Hi guys, Lance here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I am back in Beyond Depth, and I'm going to be covering hostile mob structures in the overworld. Let's get straight to it. Boom! Okay guys, so as you can see, we are at our first hostile mob structure, and it looks like a witch tower. So let's just go straight into it. Now, this one spawns in plains biomes. As you can see right here, I'm in a Minecraft plains biome, and it'll look like two witch towers, one massive one connected to a small one, and you're gonna go to the side and you're going to see the door. And the second you enter, you're gonna get hit with skeletons with armor. As you can see, there's a skeleton thrasher right here with 50 HP. So yeah, you're gonna want to be careful. A monster spawner, but as long as you kill these mobs, get rid of the spawner, you're going to be rewarded. So I'm going to get some torches here so we can light this place up because it's very dark. And just going straight into it. Yeah, look how many skeletons are here. Lucky I'm in creative mode. Yeah, I can't place them. But yeah, look, I'm in creative mode. And there's already 4 skeletons here, but if we get rid of all of them, we get rid of the spawner here because they're going to keep spawning. If you go to the right here, you're going to see the first chest, which you'll be rewarded with. There's also a skeleton in here, so be careful. They're going to spawn everywhere. This chest only has charcoal in it, but it varies. And then after this, there's also a grindstone on the first floor and another spawner right here. So there's 2 of them, 2 skeleton spawns. You want to be careful of that because look, there's already 5 skeletons here. And then you're going to go up to the second floor. You know, there's a bunch of stuff. Boom, boom. You're going to go up these stairs. There's going to be another spawner right here at the side. You want to be careful of that. And another spawner. But then there's going to be a loot barrel. So there's going to be 2 more spawners when you're going up to the second floor, but then there's going to be a loot barrel, so you can loot that. As you can see, we got iron leggings with fire protection 3. We got a lot of iron, 11 iron, and a saddle, so that's pretty good. Again, the loot will vary, so you might get like something diamond gear, something like that. You might get something better, might get something worse, but that's okay. So once you reach the second floor, there's going to be more skeletons. Doesn't seem as much spawners up here, so that's good. So as long as you get past the first floor, you can kind of have a breather as long as you broke those spawners. There's going to be 2 chests waiting for you straight out the base. When you hit the second floor, you're going to have a nice view outside. Boom, these chests have some heals and food in it, but again, they're going to vary. So the second floor does not have any spawners in it actually. It just has a few windows, a few places you can look outside, and 2 chests of course. And then you're going to come up to the third floor where it's actually going to go to the outside. There's some mine blocks here and everything, but you're going to be rewarded with a bunch of chests this time. So on the third floor, there's 3 chests here, there's a chest here, and a free smoker for you, and a free stone cutter, so you can take all of those. So we can just loot the chest real quick. Boom, bunch of food, boom, some iron, food, more food, and more food. So bam, so right there I just got iron and some food. And then if you go to the right over here, there's a little room in here. Doesn't really do anything, but where you can go from there is to the 4th floor, where yes, there is some skeletons, there should be some skeletons, but you have the big chest up here, which is kind of like the final reward for you. You also have a lectern and some more chests around, so let's just loot these. Boom, this chest, paper, some books, and then this big chest. Boom, I got some iron. I think I got around 6. There doesn't seem to be any spawners around here, so you should be fine. So it's mainly the first floor you want to be careful, but there is still probably going to be some skeletons that have went from the first floor to up here, so you always want to be careful. Then you can go outside, but this is pretty much the end of this part of the structure. Boom, it looks pretty nice. All the materials and blocks that you used, but you cannot forget about the little witch tower, which you can branch out from the second floor. Here's like there's still, again, there are going to be a lot of skeletons since this is the second floor and the first floor is just raided with them, so you want to be careful. Get rid of those. The chests are still here, but if you go through these doors, instead of going up the stairs, you can go to this little witch tower. Boom, there's gonna be a spruce fence gate, and this little witch tower, it isn't much, but I think it's pretty much here just for decoration. You can't really go downstairs unless you break the blocks. It's pretty much filled, but there are skeleton spawners here. Boom, as you can see, I just broke a monster spawner, and there's another monster spawn here, so you definitely want to be careful because even more monsters are going to spawn. But there doesn't seem to be any loot here, so you might want to just skip out on this. Yeah, you don't really need to, unless you just want to look or go in it and look at it or kill any mobs or get some XP. There's not really any point, or unless you want soil, but I mean, I don't know why you'd want that. Anyway, that is the witch's towers. and let's get straight to the next one. Okay guys, so the next structure, hostile mob structure I'm going to be talking about is Umvuthi the Sunbird. Okay guys, so the next structure is Umvuthi the Sunbird. Now, as you can see, already on the screen, it's just a big, massive bird. Kind of looks like a legendary Pokemon. He has like a halo around him and he's just sitting on his throne. Now, previously, when you are in survival, there are going to be a bunch of little birds like this called Umvuthana, and they have masks on, and yeah, they're kind of tripping out, and they're going to try to kill you. They have 4 hearts. Some of them have resistance, some of them have speed, because there's multiple masks. So this one, for example, has a mask. Like in my hand, I have a mask of rage. While this one has a different type of mask, as you can see. But this one has resistance. The mask of rage, for example, might have speed. So, yeah, he's going to spawn these birds from his mouth. So as you kill them, he is going to shoot them out of his mouth until you put a mask on, and where you can actually talk to him. Now, if I don't have a mask on and I go up and right click him, he's slapping his stomach. I can't do anything. He's looking at me. But if I put the mask of rage on, as you can see, it's on, and I talk to him, boom, it opens up this little page where you can trade 7 gold blocks for the Sun's Blessing. Now, the Sun's Blessing is going to give you 4 power-ups, in which he actually uses on you, some of them. So you have Sunstrike, so you can call a strike from the sky. You have Solar Flare, you can knock opponents away. You have Solar Beam, which you can fire a beam in the direction you're looking. And you have Supernova, which you can create a massive explosion around you. Now, he does all of these when you fight him, actually. So if you get too close to him, try to attack him with your sword, he's going to hit you away with Supernova, and then he's going to do the beams, he's going to do the strikes to the ground when you're fighting him. But once you get the mask, you can talk to him and trade 7 gold blocks. Now that is pretty pricey, I'm not gonna lie. But it is pretty worth it for those power-ups. Don't be mistaken though, these are not permanent. They only last for an hour. Once you use the first ability, they only last an hour. So you want to make the most of it. You can find chests around the structure also. So like around here, like these little pillars or these little like rocks, you can find different chests. Let me make it daytime. Time set day. Time set day. Okay, there we go. Now you can see better. But yeah, you can find different chests around here, around these rocks. I don't think there is too many, because as you can see, there's one right here, because the main purpose is kind of to talk to him. As you can see, he just did a beam right there, and he's actually killing the zombies. Would you look at that? Look at him. He's doing the little beams, and he's killing the zombies. And then you have his birds, who are also fighting the zombies. So they are fighting each other. But yeah, they are going to fight you, and that's why you want to come over here to, again, back to some of the rocks, and in the item frames you are going to find some of the masks, which you can then put on, like a mask of rage, a mask of faith. You can put on and you can go talk to him. Now, as you can see, he just did the supernova, which he just blasted them away. He's doing the strikes to the zombies as his little minions kill the zombie. And he has a lot of health, by the way. He has a lot of health, so you also want to be careful of that. If you do try to kill him, you want to be careful of that. He does heal a lot, heals a very lot, so it's very hard to kill him. But I do recommend trying out the powers if you ever visit him and you have enough gold. Okay guys, so I just found this out. So I put the 9 blocks in for the trade, and if you hover over it before doing the actual trade, it says return later to replenish for free. So again, this is not permanent, but if you do the trade, do your 60 minutes, you can come back and you don't have to give the 7 gold blocks again. You can just replenish the time for free. Boom, that's pretty cool. And there you go, replenish your blessing for free. Sun's Blessing, and you get an advancement too. Receive the Sun's Blessing, boom, and that's pretty cool. I can do strikes to the ground. Look at that. That is insane. I can do a beam. Oh my goodness. Look at this. He just got cooked. But yeah guys, that is the structure. Again, you can replenish your Sun's Blessing for free, so definitely set like a landmark or set the chords, or maybe even set your spawn if you want, so you can always have these powers. Okay guys, so the third hostile structure is what it looks like, a desert temple. Now, obviously, we are in a desert. Look at the sand around. But as you can see, you might not know what is even happening here. You can see lava. You see what looks like a desert temple and what looks like a ruined pyramid. But if we go over to my advancements here, boom, it says discover a better desert temple. So there's a better version of a desert temple right there on the left, and a ruined pyramid, which is on the right. So this is a ruined pyramid. This is a better version of a desert temple. Now, as you can see here, there's lava pouring from each of the corners. There is a Dune Sentinel with almost max armor. Yeah, he looks like a pea shooter from Plants vs. Zombies. There are chests in the corners, or barrels, but they don't really have anything in them, or except that corner. There's TNT around, and it looks like there are people, yeah, people with TNT on them. As you can see, you know, he's just chilling. If I hit him, he just absolutely rocks me. Look at that. He's like, he's literally a pea shooter. He's sending out like bombs at me. Look at this. Boom. And he just killed me in like no time. And we're going to kill him now. So let's just get a very OP weapon. Sword. Let's just go down here. Boom. Runic, a great hammer. Now we want like a awakened lich blade. Let's get awakened lich blade. Let's see how much damage. He takes 4 damage. This thing does 13 damage, by the way, and because of his armor, he's only taken 4. Golly. Yeah, it takes a while to kill this dude. You're gonna want to use a bow, because he's gonna destroy you up close. All right, boom. He's almost dead though. Yeah, look at him. You can't do anything to him in creative path. All right, boom. We kill him, and we get a crystal of sandstorm. His body is on fire. Ancient war machine. Defeat a Dune Sentinel. This is like an epic achievement. Oh my gosh, he explodes. Be careful of that. When you kill him, he does explode. But he gives you a crystal of sandstorm. Legendary monsters. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I found out. Look at this. So if you go onto the recipes for it, you can create a blast-proof helmet. Special ability. 35% explosion damage reduction. Creepers jump scares are not so dangerous anymore. It gives you 3 armor, 2 armor toughness, plus 10% knockback resistance. 0.76 chance to bleed. Legendary monsters, common. But then you have the sand cannon. Special ability. Hold click for 1.5 seconds to shoot a sandstone bomb, which is what he was doing. So if you do get this and defeat this guy, you can get a sand cannon and the armor. But I think everyone wants a sand cannon. Who wants that armor piece? Boom, look at this sand cannon. So you have to hold it for 1.5 seconds, I think, right? And then boom, you can. Oh my gosh, that's big. What the heck? Look at that. It does have a cooldown of like 4 or 5 seconds, but wow, that's a big bomb. What the heck? Wow. I'm gonna spawn a zombie. Let's see how much damage it does. Oh no, a creeper. It's daytime. I don't want it to go on fire. So let's place a creeper. Let's just charge it up to max, or however much you can charge it, and boom. Oh my gosh, it does 7 hearts. The creeper just got cooked. The creeper got cooked, and I can already shoot it again. Boom, dead. Wow, guys. So that's what the better desert temple gives you. Obviously, be careful when he explodes. When you kill him, he does explode. There is a barrel over here, but there's nothing in it for me. There might be something in it for you. And yeah, he gives you a crystal sandstorm, which you can use to craft a blast-proof helmet, which will give you basically blast protection, blast reduction. And then, or you can also get yourself a sand cannon, which I think is the cooler thing. But now we move on to the second structure of whatever this seed is. Time set noon again. We move on to this, so that's that, and we move on to this, which is like a ruined pyramid. So first, if you go into the middle and you just mine down, just go mine down, absolutely go over here. This was a desert temple. This was literally a desert temple, but the thing was, normally desert temples, when you go mine down for the chests, there's only 1 pressure plate. There was 9 pressure plates on all of the blocks. So when I jumped down and I couldn't do anything because I didn't activate my flight, I accidentally hit a pressure plate and everything exploded. I did get a golden apple though, which is cool from the explosion. But you do have these raw blocks of gold. Hey, you can use those raw blocks of gold for the Sunbird. Anyway, yeah, there's these raw blocks of gold around. These look like these pillars of people. Just get out the torch. So there's like what, 4 raw blocks of gold? 4 raw blocks of gold for you, just free off the bat. And then you can't go that way, so you're gonna come over here. Boom. There's gonna be cobwebs everywhere. There's gonna be multiple different ways you can go. Let's just light this place up. So you're gonna go left. You can't go anywhere left, so you're gonna go right actually. And boom, there's gonna armor set with full leather armor and 2 chests. So let's see. This chest has blue dye, enchanted some enchanted leather armor, blue wool. This chest has some other enchanted leather armor and then some dye and stuff. If we keep going, there's gonna be some banners, more chests. This one has an enchanted book with smite. There's what looks like a library to be here with some books and some bookshelves. We take a right and there's candles. Boom, boom, boom. If we went straight, it kind of just leads to the same spot. Boom, we keep taking rights. Then you have to jump there and there. Now look at this. When you go here, there's mob spawners at the bottom. So if you fall, you are probably going to die. There's 2 mob spawners, skeletons, and you actually can't get back up with ladders, but there's going to be like 4 skeletons minimum trying to kill you the second you fall. So you're just going to want to jump. There's going to be chains with sand on them. You don't want to fall off. You don't want to let the chains hit you off. So you just want to jump and be careful. You go right. If you go straight, bang, there's nothing really there. So you just want to turn left and boom, you get here. So here is a chest, obviously 2 gold, 1 emerald. It's not bad. Then you have these pressure plates. I mean, this is kind of just a structure. I don't know what it looks like. A face actually has banners that has gilded blackstone in it for the eyes, and it looks like yellow banners for and blue banner, yellow blue banner, and then just a yellow banner for the ears. And then you can take a right. Boom, you're getting to more chests. There's a cockroach there. You have leather armor, you have dye, you have feathers, you have looms. Again, this is kind of like some of the rooms before. And then you've got a leather tunic, leather pants, so basically a bunch of leather armor. And then you can go take a left here. This is a very big structure, guys. Go right here, and this might be blocked off, so let's see what's over here. We go here. Yep, it was blocked out, but we can continue going. There's a barrel. Golden apple, boom. Golden apple, perfect. You have weathered copper. You have barrels, diamond horse armor, bang. Boom. Oh my gosh, look at the loot. Is there a chest there? Boom. Golden horse armor and a saddle. Boom. You're getting the good stuff now. And then you have more parkour. So you can take a right here, but this doesn't lead anything. So if you go straight, you have more parkour. Kind of like the other one before, but this time it's oak trap doors. And boom. Now this time there isn't any mob spawners, or actually is there? Because look, there's creepers here. There's like 4 creepers. But I think the thing with this is there's no mob spawners, but because it is so dark, they can just spawn anyway. Anyway, there's even more parkour, and this time there is skeleton skulls, iron bars, and coarse dirt. So this is kind of just like, there's no mobs there right now, but it's just kind of like showing like different people who have fallen and died with the skulls. So you're gonna do the parkour again. You're going to go through this. It's probably going to be blocked off. You can go 2 ways, but this way doesn't lead to anything, so you're gonna go this way. Boom, boom, lead to this room, and then you're going to find all of this gold ore. Oh my goodness, look at all this gold ore for me. Boom, you're gonna take a right. Free brewing stand, by the way. Look at that, free brewing stand, and it already has blaze powder in it. Like, not actually blaze powder there, but like it's loaded. A barrel, boom, coal, you know, you got a water bucket, melon slices. You have cauldrons, a hopper. You can just take all this stuff. This is just like free stuff that you could take. All this gold ore. You can go this way again. So then there's gonna be 2 ways again. So this way. Oh my goodness, guys, look at that. So you can go straight or you can go right. If you go straight, you're gonna find another room. This one has glistening melons. Cool. You're gonna find another room with like a brewing stand room, just the one we found. But it's not gonna go anywhere. So then you're gonna have to go back and look at this. Look where we are now. We have silverfish monster spawners, and they're in like this purple liquid. Oh, it does not look good for you, so you don't want to fall down there. But see, now it's getting hard. See, the other ones weren't that hard, but now you're trying to jump on walls, so it's like I can barely like get on this. Look at this. But I'm a professional, so I'm not gonna fall. Okay, I fell on the last one. Okay, but yeah, you want to be very careful with that, guys. And then there's so much scaffolding here. I wonder what this is. It doesn't really seem like much, but oh, hold up, they might give you the scaffolding because look now, look at this parkour. Oh my gosh, now there's dripstone. It's just getting harder and harder, but I don't even know what you're supposed to do here. There's levers. Oh, you're supposed to click the lever, and it's timing based. Oh my gosh, so you gotta go like bang. Wow, that's so crazy. So you click the lever, and there's gonna be these sandstone that will shoot out of the wall, and you have to jump over it in time. And boom, look at this. Look at the loot you just got. You just got yourself chainmail chestplate, golden leggings, golden helmet. What is this? A gold axe? Where'd it go? You got yourself like a gold axe, iron sword, shield, and a gold sword. Bang, you got those all for free. Careful because there's lava there, so you don't want the items to fall in lava. An anvil which you could take for free, which is like what, half a stack of iron. More than that is for just free. You're gonna come over here, you're gonna look, boom, you can go that way. You're gonna get this again, a name tag, gold loot, a shield, another anvil. You're getting like a stack of iron and resources for free. You're gonna come this way, and there's yellow and blue carbon now, but then there's a chest. Okay, some seeds, boom, you know, you have the decorated pot. But then here's where the mobs start getting a little crazy, because you can come this way, you know, you can come this way. You can find yourself another room with gold ore, more scaffolding. Like, this place is just massive, guys. You're gonna come over here, you're gonna find so much loot. Diamond horse armor, more diamond horse armor. Just stack up on diamond horse armor, just all of it. Emeralds. You're gonna come back this way. There's a little cake for you, just in case you ain't have no food. But there's going to be mummies now. Another gold room, or this is the same one. Okay, a lot of gold. There's going to be like chests like this, boom, food. But then there's going to be mummies this way. So you go over all over there, you get your loot, and then there's going to be, they're not actually mummies, they're actually husks, but they're called husks. They look like mummies. There's gonna be husk spawners. There's gonna be chests. Oh my gosh, I just found a gap. Unalloyed gold apple. What? Is this a god apple? Unalloyed. What the heck? Wow, that's a god apple. A god apple. I just found a god apple. Can you believe that? That's crazy. A god apple in this chest. 2 diamond horse armor, by the way. But there's going to be husk spawner, so you want to be careful. On the other side, you're gonna have husk spawner. Another chest. Oh my gosh, 5 diamonds and place diamond. 2 diamond horse armor. Look at the husk looking at me like you can do nothing. There's husks everywhere, by the way, so you really got to be careful. There's a campfire there, a smooth stone. Bang, there's a chest behind here. A gold sword, sharpness 4. Wow, that's crazy. Curse of fatigue, curse of vanishing, though. So, you know, there's gonna be some loot. It may vary. It's gonna be chests. Want to look out for all the chests. Try to break the spawner, and then you're going to have the throne. And this is most likely the end of it. You're gonna have 3 gold blocks for you. Bang, and yes, there's the chest. You're gonna have 3 gold blocks. Boom. After all the gold you've been getting, you're just stacking up on gold at this point. And yeah, then you're gonna have the final chest. You might get something better. I mean, I got a gold sword of sharpness 4, which is good, but then it has curse of fatigue, curse of vanishing, and then it's a gold sword. I mean, couldn't have done no better. Give me some diamond stuff. Anyway, but then, yep, that'll be the end of this massive structure that you just went through. I don't even know how to get back, so I'm just gonna mine through the top. Yeah, it is massive, so you want to be careful because, again, I'm in creative, so they can't hit me. But if you're in survival, you're gonna have to stack up on a lot of food because of how much you're gonna be getting hit, how many spawners there are, and everything like that. But the last thing I want to go upon, also on the top, there's even like more parts of it where you can explore. But under the ground, or under the stairs, and you go down is the main part. Like, look at this. There's so much to explore. The last thing I wanted to look at is what I don't even know. This looks like a puzzle, so we're gonna have to see. I don't know if it is actually a puzzle. I'm just assuming it is because it looks like some IQ test. Can I take the banner? Alright, so I'm gonna take the banner. These husks really try to do damage to me, but they really can't. I'm gonna use the sand cannon actually. Just oh gosh, I just blew everything up. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this gap. Alright, so let's try. Let's put the black banner here. Let's press the buttons. I don't think it didn't work clearly. Oh my gosh, there's like I'm gonna bet so much that there is something behind this. And this is most likely a puzzle, so let's see. There is! I knew it! I knew it was a puzzle. Look at this. So this is some type of puzzle. I don't know which was the correct answer, but I'm guessing you had to put the banners on it. And yeah, look at that. There's redstone everywhere. Oh my gosh, wait. What? There's redstone rigged to like blow something up. Sorry, TNT. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. This structure is crazy. There's TNT over here. What the heck? Wait, the TNT is like... What? Why is there TNT here? Is it rigged? It might... Ooh, that's crazy. That is crazy. This structure is massive. What the heck? Yeah, there's so much about this structure. So there's definitely a bunch of traps and everything. You gotta be careful. What is over here? Okay, there's nothing, but wow, there's a lot of redstone and rigs and traps and everything in this. So wow, that is insane. That is insane. Look at that. Wow, that is crazy. Oh, you probably have to shoot that. You like click this and then you'd shoot that. Oh yeah, look at the lights. Okay, cool. Wow. Oh, and then you get... That's what the bow and arrow was for. That's why it's part of the structure. So I don't know what you're supposed to do if you're supposed to shoot this. Like, the lights turn on. Boom, shoot it. Oh, the lights are turning on now. Okay, cool. Okay, nice. So yeah, this structure, guys, the structure is massive. There's a lot that goes on in this structure. Okay guys, so I just went over those structures, the pyramid, the bird, everything. That was absolutely crazy. There was so much loot and so many enemies in those structures and the biomes and everything. I think every different structure was in every different biome. So I think with the 3 biomes, a plains, a desert, and a savanna, which was crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want more content like this, like me going over different rated structures with mobs, structures without mobs, structures in general, nether, the end. Let me know if you want more content like that. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Later.